guys. We are officially Facebook Live. We are on. We ready, Mark? Okay, so good morning, Flagler County. This is Danielle Anderson, your host of Lifeline, the radio show connecting you to positivity in our community. And it took a long time to be able to say that in one breath, but now we got it. It's like, got it down. So we have some powerful women in the studio today. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Danielle.
And we are just going to be talking about how they are taking changing the trajectory of lives of young women in more than one community, actually, right?
Yes.
So, Michelle, for people who haven't met you, tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. My name is Michelle Gordon, and I am the president of a nonprofit called I Just Want to Say Women's Group. We are local based in Flagler County. We actually started, I Just Want to Say, in June of 2022. We became incorporated in 2023 and received our 501(c) in 2024. Since then, we have basically have our sneakers on and been running towards whoever needs help, and it's been a good experience for us.
But you have so much other background and history in our community. But first, let's get to Mary Jo. So tell everybody who you are and what you do.
My name is MJ. That's what I go by around town. Everybody knows me as that. It's really Marie-Jo Saint Laurent, so it's a little harder for English speakers. But I am the scholarship liaison for I Just Want to Say Women's Group. I've been in business in living in Palm Coast for about 20 years now already. Actually, it's this year, my anniversary, 20 years.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've joined, I Just Want to Say 2-3 years ago, and it's just been a beautiful way of connecting with my community and being of service, and yeah, I love it.
And I told her, she's like, oh, she's coming in. I was like, oh, she's so positive. Like, everybody just loves her. And like, you can't say no to her for anything. So
thank you.
It's really true. You've always been like this really great positive force. Every time I've seen you or been around you, it's always you're projecting this positivity that's really refreshing because we don't see a lot of that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So Michelle, I have to ask, how did you start this group? Because when I hear the name, I just want to snap my fingers and be like,
I just have to say.
There might have been some of that too.
I know, right?
Interesting story. In 2017, my sister was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Oh, no.
And shortly after that, of course, we went into COVID. And I just randomly said to her, right around 2021-ish, I said to her, I think I should have a prayer breakfast. And because it was at that point where we could be with each other outside, but still 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
And I figured it'd be a great idea just to bring a couple of my friends together and have a prayer breakfast. And the real reality is, how am I going to do this? I'm not a pastor. Where do I go? Yeah, I can read a devotional, but where does this go? And I kind of swept it onto the mat. Well, my sister went to chemo one day, and I guess she was just really feeling like in a chemo state. And she called me up and said, hey, are you going to do that prayer breakfast? How do you say no, right? To your older sister who is going through this process. So I decided, okay, let's do it. So I did an invitation, sent it out, and voila, my friends all came. And at sunrise, we were in my backyard. We were praying, and it was beautiful. And another one of my girlfriends, Angela Knight, said, I just want to say this was amazing.
Wow.
And just like that, I just want to say just came about. And being an event planner, of course, she said to me, why don't you call the Hilton and see if you could do a banquet or something for us? And I called the Hilton, and they had a date available in November 2021. They said, sure. At the time, they needed the business. We needed to do something because we were all tired of being in pajamas and flip-flops. And
Well, I don't know.
yeah, and so we all got dressed up, and we called it our gratitude banquet.
Yes.
And we were really
Oh, wow.
grateful, most of us, to just be in the space. We, some of us had lost a lot family, friends. A lot of the women in our group are essential workers. So we just wanted to do something to celebrate them as well. So we had our first gratitude banquet. It was sold out. Everybody was like, "Are you going to the
That was my first
that thing?"
event.
Yeah, that was your first,
Yeah.
right? And it was great.
They're like, we can't wait. It's the first event anywhere.
Anywhere. And so that was the birth of I Just Want to Say. We got together with a couple of my really good friends, Yvette Thomas being one of them. And of course, we found out that if we wanted to come together to formulate this group, we would need a board. And so we formulated the board. Kenesha Francis, good friend of mine, like a sister. My sister Annette was our chaplain. Yvette Thomas is our secretary. Brenda Shakes, which is a nurse that just needed something. I think Brenda invited a friend
Who
of
invited
yours
me?
who invited you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the connection.
That was the
That's so
connection.
cool.
And so we formulated our board, and my brother-in-law, who is a CPA, got on board and said, "Okay, I'll help you guys with the incorporation." So it was like things were just happening. And so when we formulated, of course, everyone was like, "Okay, so we formed the board and we were kind of on our way." And then this 501(c) stuff came up. And everyone was like, "You're never going to get it. The IRS is backed up." And I literally
listen to those
said, I just literally said, we were at Brenda's house around the kitchen table. And I said, "Yvette, go ahead and send it." And that was May of 2022. And by in July of 2023, we got the email. So here we are. But I have to confess that we were kind of acting like we were already
Fake it till you make it.
because we were out there just doing these amazing things, and making a difference.
You
And
already had that
it's-
vibe.
You already
just
had
had
the
that vibe.
connections
Yeah,
to
we
the
had the
ground to
connection.
be able to reach.
Yeah, and so I just want to say, believe it or not, has grown. I mean, has grown enormously in the past 2 years. We've taken on some pretty big challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys have been doing some really cool stuff. Like, I may not be able every event, but I mean, I watch social media and see what everybody's doing, so I know where I need to be to cover stories. And like this thing popped up last week, and you were just talking about it with the food drive, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Who's doing that? Oh my gosh, that's amazing! What's going on?"
Yeah.
And it was you guys.
Yeah, yeah. So we're everywhere. We don't reinvent the wheel. When we knew there was a need. We wanted to help our students at Bunnell Elementary, and we knew there was a great need. We just didn't know how we were going to do it because we're not in the food business.
Right.
So we partnered with one of our, I Just Want to Say, board members, Dolores Clark. Had the connections where we could partner with Houses of Hope Inc. And Houses of Hope actually said, "Hey, if you guys could get us some personal care items for our transitional houses, then we could get you food." And so I said, "Well," she said, "Well, how many kids do you think you want to feed?" I said, I don't know. 200 kids. She said, "Oh, that's nothing." She said, "Okay, this is how you do it." So she broke it down. And I learned about food drops, how food drops actually work and how much pounds of food and all that. And when she actually came with the vision, we were like, "Oh my goodness, this is going to be huge." And she called and said, "Come pick up the food. Bring a box truck." Bring a what? So, because I Just Want to Say, we got everybody involved, our husbands, our
We just said, "I just
neighbors,
wanna say who's got a
everybody.
truck?"
And we got the box truck and we drove down and we picked up 1,800 pounds of food. We came back, and Dolores, who actually has a food pantry at her church, kind of knew the ins and outs of how to do it. And so everyone met at another board member's house, and 2-3 days we were there packaging the food, and we went down to Bunnell and had our food drive. Then we went to Espanola, had another drive, went into the Mondex and had another drive, and Hastings.
Oh,
And
wow.
so we learned that our students at Bunnell Elementary live in these areas, and
Yeah.
a lot of them couldn't physically come to Bunnell. So we took the food to them.
That's the biggest challenge we've heard about as far as getting food out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the delivery of the food
Yes.
to the
yes,
locations.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
we also do the first Friday of the month where we do a food drive in Bunnell where people actually drive to us to the Carver Park. And we had 200 families this past Friday come and pick up food. So there's a need that's definitely there in our county that each one of those drives there's people. The
Yes,
need is
people.
there.
Yeah.
And so, how are you guys funding this stuff? Because food is expensive.
Food is expensive. Well, through partnerships, right? Houses of Hope Inc.
Tell me about them. I don't know them.
Okay, so Houses of Hope Inc. is they're in Volusia County, and our partnerships actually extend in different counties. And the fact that she owns or houses like 28 to 30 women in
Wow.
throughout the 5 houses, she actually has access to get us food. Now what she did was Miss Sandy Schultz is her name. Miss Sandy actually did a drive of her own and said, listen, there's a group in Palm Coast. They want to feed 200 families. I need help. So her board got involved and they did a fundraiser and
Wow.
raised the money for us to get this 1,800 pounds of food.
Is that
Yes.
incredible? People
Yeah.
think that the county lines really separate us, but they don't.
They
No.
don't. They don't. And it was amazing. And one of her board members is actually a doctor at Island Doctors, and that's where the food was stored in a room kind of like this. So when we walked in, there was like food up to the
Non-perishable,
Norma.
of course.
Norma went pick up the food, and
You had her picking up the food?
well, that's our community. Come on over.
Miss Norma.
She is
That-
not
that's
going to
our
speak.
She's amazing.
She just won't do it.
That is actually our community service director.
Tell everybody who she is and what
So,
she does.
This is Norma Francis, everybody.
She's an old
And
lord.
she is our community service director. So when it comes to picking up the food, picking up clothing, taking stuff to the homeless, this is our lady. Trust me, everybody knows who she is. Church on the Rock. Say hi. She was just there yesterday. Was it yesterday? This morning. She was just there this morning dropping off clothes and Alpha Women's Center is one of our other partners.
Oh, wow.
And she's
Pastor
just
Solano
in there.
helps. with
yeah,
food.
she's at Alpha Women's Center too. So
All right, we're about to run out of time, girls. So, needless to say, you guys are doing some huge things in the
Yeah.
community. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to talk about the thing that's coming up that's really the most important and why you're here today. So we'll
Yes.
be right back.
Cool.
All right. So, commercial break. Because it's still running and everybody can see you guys.
Ah.
All right. Ready, Mark? All right. So we are back with I Just Want to Say Women's Group. Is that the correct name?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like,
Like, how many times do you say, Danielle? I just want to say, like, if you think about that, like, in a
all the
day.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, all the time.
Don't make me have to tell you again. That's usually what I say. Don't make me have to tell you again. But anyway, we have this, which is why MJ's here and why you're here, which is you're the scholarship chair, right?
Yeah.
And then tell everybody what's coming up.
Okay, so of course, I just want to say, we get into these huge ventures, and the biggest and the
Clearly.
newest of the ventures. Last year, I asked the board if we can do scholarships. And of course, they looked at me like we were nuts because we didn't have any money. We literally had like $200.
Yeah.
And Nina Galato, at the time, was president of Professional Woman. And she actually gifted us $400 to become corporate members. And from that corporate member, we were then eligible to apply for the Gold Girl grant. So we applied for the Gold Girl grant and we got $500. So now we have a big $700 in our
Woo.
account, right? And from
Gotta
there,
start somewhere.
we got to start somewhere.
Following that 990 postcard.
So from there, we started building our, we put our mission out there, got some really great sponsors on board. We did our gala fundraiser with the entrepreneurs in Flagler and raised over $10,000 and was able to give away $5,000 worth of scholarships.
Wow.
Three of the
Because the
five.
Hilton isn't free, unfortunately.
Well, not yet.
You hear that, Hilton? You need to give us that room free.
We're like, oh no.
If they're listening. So last year was a huge success. So this year, our partnership, of course, which Mary Jo is going to talk about a little bit more, our partnerships continue and our scholarship program is growing. We are now partnering with Dr. Felicia Benzo, who is a part of Catalyst, and which is in Volusia County, who runs an amazing program, summer camp program, which is going to be starting, of course, this year. They've been in business for 15 years, and they do a fabulous job. So we've partnered with them. We were able to get 3 of her amazing students who are going to be receiving scholarships from, I just want to say, this year, along with, how many do we have in Palm Coast?
6 in Flagler County and 3 in Volusia.
But the most
Yes.
important thing that I heard you say earlier was this was first generation.
Yes.
Tell
First
everybody
generation
what
to
that
go to
really
college.
means.
It means that they are from families who have not had the opportunity to go to college, to go to university, to have access to that is not everybody's blessing, unfortunately. I've been blessed with it. I've gone to university, and honestly, back then I didn't realize the luck that I had, right? To be able to accomplish that. And financially, it's not free. You need help to do that because unfortunately our beautiful system is expensive. And so to be able to break that cycle, and say, you can do this. Here's money. Go and do it. Follow your dream. Follow your heart. Become the best version of yourself that you can be, and we'll be here and we'll support you. And it's not just here's money with, I just want to say, we actually follow these girls. We help them. We connect with them. We mentor them. If there's a certain field that they want to get into, we look into our members and our connections and try to find, okay, you want to be a pilot. Let me try to find a pilot that will be able to help you and just give you their life experience knowledge, and
So
and connect.
critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Gavin Graham is one of our sponsors. He's doing a sponsorship, a full scholarship this year, but he also sponsors a $5,000 mentorship program that I just want to say kids get for free.
Wow.
So for 5 years, he will actually be mentoring those students. That is a brand new program, of course, that we are launching, and it's going to be perfected over time. But some really great people have got involved. This year, CIS, a group of women, they're going to be coming. Where Colors Meet, their new book. They're going to be coming to this year's scholarship gala, and they're going to be giving away books to our recipients.
I just met them, Jackie Rector.
Yes, Jackie Richter, a good friend of
for
mine.
the first time
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, and I was just like, this lady is so cool.
Yes.
And she just laser focused.
Yes, yes. So they're coming, and I can't wait to just bring, like last night I had a conversation with one of their ladies, Miss Trish, and the goal is that young people recognize that there is somebody's shoulders that you're standing on.
Yeah.
And so when you do get there, when you do go to college or the university, just remember the people who are counting on you to follow through with this stuff.
That's right.
And the difference with, I just want to say, like Mary Jo mentioned, is we don't leave our girls alone. Jill Prime, who is currently at Emory-Riddle, is one of our past recipients. She's coming back this year to be our keynote speaker.
Wow.
And so we don't leave our girls alone. We're not going to take your
They
test
become
for
part
you.
of the sisterhood.
And yeah, they're
You're
part of
in.
the sisterhood. So we're definitely. I mean, we're not going to research anything for you. We're not going to write any papers for you.
Nope.
But we do have those connections that we do. We're going to build. I just want to say is working on. I just want to say men's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in June we're having a big men's.
Health and
Real Talk, where
Yeah.
Dr. Irvin Robinson is going to be coming on to Orjanette Bryant.
She is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's going to be on our panel. Thule is also coming.
Yep.
Sherry Klein from
Yes.
Age Well, Die Well.
She's amazing. And her new
Yes.
spot is really
She is
great.
so
Yeah,
knowledgeable.
so
I
we
love
have
that
all
place.
these super women who are coming to be a part of our panel. Chris Parks, Coach Parks.
Yes.
He's going to be coming too. And he's going to be talking to our men about just staying well. So I just want to say men is in the works.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's coming.
It's coming.
So for right now, when is the event for the scholarship fundraiser, and where is it going to be, and how can people get involved if they want to?
It's April 26th of this year at the Hilton, just to make sure whenever you're watching on Facebook, if it's not 2025 anymore, look
It
up
already
the date.
happened.
But yes, it's at the Hilton Garden Inn on SR 100 in Palm Coast. And
So what's the goal this year? What's the number you guys need to raise?
It's right here. Yvette made sure I mentioned this. Yvette Thomas is our secretary. So we would like to raise $15,000 this year.
So what do you need? Do you need sponsors? Do you
Yeah, we
need
need money. How do you sing that song? Money, 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 money.
Mark? Can we insert that in there right there?
that would be awesome.
Can you do that really?
But yes, we're looking for
Oh my gosh.
sponsors.
Yes.
And can somebody come along and say, "Listen, I just want to. I can't.
I just want to say.
I can't be there, but look, I'd like to sponsor a whole scholarship." Can they do that?
Of
Absolutely.
course.
And remember, because we're 501(c), your donations are tax deductible.
Yes.
That's a great thing.
And we
That's
do
a
have
great
people
thing.
who are anonymous. They have the money, they want to give, they want to help our community, but they don't necessarily want to highlight their person or their company or anything like that.
Well, because
you
then
know?
everybody
So-
else comes and says, "Hey, can you sponsor my thing?"
right?
You know.
Mark. Look at Mark. Look at Good Vibes.
Mike.
Mike. Good Vibes. Oh,
Does he
he's an
really?
angel.
Yes.
Did you see?
He's one of our
did you see our
sponsors.
ad?
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
should see our ad.
I don't go there because then I have to like commit to like being healthy and working out, and I'm just
No,
not
that's
there
the beauty
yet.
about that place. You can just go and hang out
And
and,
cool. And
it's
you
so
can
connect
just
with your
chill.
community. It's such a
so
cool
awesome.
spot.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's really turned that into a hub.
Yes.
Yes,
It's really
and
good.
he's one of our sponsors this
Good.
year.
Yep.
So just an awesome place to be, and we're so happy. When we didn't have anywhere to meet, we used to stand up and knock, like, Mike, can we come in here? But he hosted our first reception for our kids
Scholarship,
last year,
yeah.
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's on our website, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He really has one of the biggest hearts of anybody in this community.
Yeah.
yes.
And
So
the-
how much are the scholarships for?
1,000
Oh, so $1,000 each.
or more if you
Or
want to give
more.
more.
When you get
You can
more,
sponsor too.
Yeah, but no, it's $1,000.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it really helps kick off, the flow, we're hoping in the future that it'll get more and more, and yeah. But right now, that's what we're able to do, and we're looking for those sponsors who want to provide to as many girls as we can. We have our meetings every first Friday of the month. If anyone wants to come and check us out, that's at the library.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Saturday.
First Saturday of the month.
And
Yeah.
If you want to come and just sit in on a board meeting, that's every first Friday.
Yeah.
At Age Well, Die Well.
Yeah.
Sherry Klein is a member. She's also a sponsor.
I love it.
And so our board meeting.
Yep.
So if you ever want to just come and sit in on a board meeting and just see who we are.
Yeah.
And,
I think the meeting would be more fun though.
Yeah, and the meeting, our first meeting. Want to shout out our everyone that came to our meeting.
Yeah, it was just this past Saturday.
yeah.
We had it at Pentecostal.
Pentecostal.
Yeah,
Church.
it's usually at the library, so don't get that wrong. It's at the library, but because of the special elections, we had to find another place.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had our Real Talk series, and the theme on this one was finance. So we had Eddie Santos from Santos Wealth Management and Laura Fickett, financial coach, talk to all our members. And girl, did we learn and did we talk about the real stuff?
Money.
Like, where do you save? What do you do? What's going on nowadays? I'm freaking out with the market. Like,
How many
we
days
had
you can have
real
Starbucks?
talk, right?
So is
So
it
it's
a
always
membership?
like that.
Is it a membership-based organization?
Yes, it is.
How much is it to join?
$60
And that's for the whole year?
for the whole year.
That's awesome.
And
And
it's
$20 for your T-shirt, if we could see.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
T-shirt. And then do you pay another membership fee every time you go to the meeting?
$10 a meeting for members, $15 for non-members. So if you're a non-member, if you want to come and check it out, it's $15, and you'll get a bunch of knowledge and information. And what's great about this group is that, like I was saying earlier, it really is a sisterhood. It's not a business to business. It's not a what can you do for me. It's how can we connect? How can we serve? How can we empower our community?
I love that.
Yeah.
Because so often there's so much pressure when you go to a networking thing. It's like, did you bring a referral this week? And
Yeah.
you're like,
Or you're just like, here's the
dude,
business cards. And
just want to hang out for a minute.
yeah, let's connect.
So what's the website if people want to get involved?
It's
IJWTSwomenGroup.com.
The initials of I just want to
Yes.
say women.com.
Yes.
All right, cool. And is there a phone number they might want to get involved in, or just
Can you read
just
that? It's at the bottom.
Just look up I Care. I'll let you know. No, I'm kidding.
or we can check you out on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we could.
Our Facebook
yes.
page.
And you know what? Our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Our website is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's our story. And you could be on our website for a minute. I mean, it's our story.
And we're looking for sponsors who would like to promote on our website too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is a great way to get involved with a bunch of really cool chicks who like to just say cool things and do cool
thank
things, right?
you.
Yes. Love that. We could add that. I just want to say, I just love to do cool
I just
things.
want to say we're cool.
All right, well, don't forget to check them out at
JWTSWomenGroup.com.
That's what she said. So we want to thank WNCF News Radio, Flagler News Weekly, Massage by Natalie and Company. Sorry.
That's fine.
She's amazing. I go there all the time.
She is. I actually know Natalie.
Vigilante.
But she doesn't do mobile. I do.
This is true, but not yet. Vigilante Philanthropist and our local Benjamin Moore paint store for sponsoring the show. And we'll see you guys soon. And good luck on your thing, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you,
Thank
Danielle.